Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Little Monsters issue number 3 by Image Comics by Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen. Yeah, let's dive in because I have something to say, as always. So we go, it says, this is the second pandemic, so shit happens in the past, and this kid, whose name is Billy, by the way, he's one of the vampire kids. This is a flashback. Comes, scraps whatever it's left in this place, goes back to his mother and wants to, get healthy again. And then she says, "Hey, you need to eat, and then you gotta get better." And then we see that she's dead. He's so shocked by it. He's angry. He is, depressive, and then he's getting found by this man. And we've seen this before, right? I'm coming back to that a little bit later. So this man says, "Don't be scared. We won't hurt you." And then he says that if he comes with them, he will never be hurt, and he never gonna know death. And then he puts on his mask and he says, "Who are you?" See, "We are alone, just like you, but you never have to be alone again." So it introduces to how Billy became a vampire. But it's not really shocking because it actually happened in the last issue too, with the character Romie, and who was probably the oldest, this one, of the whole group, because also his father died in bed because he was sick, and then the vampire came, and he turned him into a vampire, another vampire. But the difference is, and that's the whole strange, this is a guy that dresses in very black clothes, looks short hair, dark hair, while the other one has long silver gray hair. So are these the same creature? And then when they are malnourished, if that's the word, they're gonna change? Or are they brothers? Or is this completely different? Because little boy Romie is with this guy. So is this the? Okay, I don't know. And that's the problem what I have with this comic. Again, I'm going to tell you a little bit later what I think about it. Also, so Billy comes back and he says, "Hey, I found a man. I've bit him, and it's the best thing ever. And you need to try it." And all these little kids don't believe it because they never saw a human, I don't know, since, I don't know, 10 years, 15 years, 100 years, not sure how old these kids are. So Billy tried to convince them. And the group is a little bit skeptic, especially Yui. Yui is more like let's say, the heart of the group, I think, because he's very protective of everybody else, and he wants to know where Romie, and she wants to know where Romie is, and she blames Billy for not, looking for him. But the other ones are, "Hey, I want to try that. I want to see what he's talking about." And you is what? Why? I mean, it's all a lie. She doesn't believe Billy, right? So they're having a fight, but eventually they go anyway, and Yui says, he's lying, right? Lucas. Lucas, yeah, let's go, says Lucas. So Billy and the others, shows the way and going to where he find that guy that he bit and drained. And then we go to Romie. And this is what we saw in the last issue. And this girl is confused. And says, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to." And then he plucks out the arrow and he wants to give it back to her. Romie is mute, I think. He doesn't talk at all. His communication is very limited. The girl runs away and she's panicking because she don't know what to do, and she's calling her dad on her walkie-talkie, and he says, I shouldn't have followed you. I'm sorry, but I need help, and I'm here. Where are you?" She says, and then she comes. She hears her dad, walkie-talkie, and she finds him dead, drained, but she doesn't know that. So Romie comes here and girl says, what did you do to him? What did you do to my daddy? And she says, don't be scared. But then Romie hears the other ones coming, and Romie is different from the other little monsters, little vampires. He's more like a loner, and he is not, don't participate in their games. He's just doing his own thing. He is, I believe, damaged. Could be, maybe because he's lived a very long time, or maybe he can't grow up. Maybe he was damaged before he turned into a vampire. But Romie's just different, and I like that. So he hears them, and he pulls on the arm of the girl and says, not says anything, but they need to go. He says, I'm not going with you. I'm not leaving my dad. And Romie points out to the points or the punctures in his neck and points it towards her neck. But she doesn't understand. So the other ones are coming, and they're still arguing. And but Yui and Lucas, walking also to that place, but then in their own tempo. And Yui says to Lucas, why are you like this? You never seem to worry. Lucas says, the world already ended, Yui. What else can be worse than that? Way I see it, every day after that has been a bonus. So he's a very laid back, cool, relaxed guy, playing guitar, living day by day. That's cool. Yui, on the other hand, worries a lot. And she said, what if what Billy has said is true? She said, it could change everything. I like the way things are. I like the way things are. They've been like this for a very long time. As long as I can remember. I don't want it to change. So, but then Lucas says, everything changes, Yui, and we'll be okay. So you sure? Sure. I said, yeah, I'm sure. And then puts her to ease, and she grabs his hand, and it's, very lovely. These two like each other, and they also have grabbing. She says there's some snacks, and he grabs some, I don't know, a mouse or a rat, and she chews on them. So the other ones are here finding the guy, and they are hesitating, but eventually they all go in, and they are, feeling different as well. But the end of the book here, the little girl says, Daddy, it can't be real. And he says, what is this? What are you? And Romie shows his teeth, and and the narrator says, they are the children. This is the night. That's the end of the book. And this is the cover for the next issue. So, by the way, I pre-ordered The Seven Sons because if this what I believe it is, some end of the world stuff, I always like that. This kind of stuff. Yeah, it looks fun. For now, we'll see what happens, if I like it or not. Just trying new things again. Anyway, so my criticism. Well, the things I like the premise. I like the story with the little kids that are seclusive. They are playing every day. Nothing's changing. Everything's the same every day. And then something disrupts that flow. Something outside of their comfort zone comes in, and that changes them. I like the mystery about this guy. I like the art a lot. I love black and white. What I don't like is, for instance, these. How can I show you a little bit? These effects. This Photoshop. As you can see, what's happening in the background. That I really don't like that. I'm more of a traditional shading kind of guy. I like that more instead of going with Photoshop and do the whole background thing. I'm not a fan of that at all. The problem is that they I'm looking for the word. They are repeating what's happened in the last issue. For instance, this whole narrative here has already been explained in issue 2. Why does the writer, Jeff Lemire, is it just, Jeff Lemire is the writer, right? Let me double check. Yes, Jeff Lemire. decides to explain again to the reader what's happened in the last issue or what happened in this whole book. It doesn't need to. I mean, it's just a waste of page. So this whole, I don't like to have expand that conversation from the last issue, but basically he says, hey, I found a guy, the other ones believe him, I've changed, and she says, you've changed. Yeah, but she said that already in the last issue. Also, the whole parent dying, again, also happened in the last issue with Romie. Why show exactly or almost exactly the same thing? And that out of nowhere, the vampire comes exactly at the same moment that his mom is died, and then he's gonna get bitten. Well, we don't see it, and he's joining the group. Where does he come from? How does he know that he is here or that his parent died and whatnot? Basically, he also says the same thing back in towards Romie, if he is the same guy, by the way. Also, Romie, going back to the last page, shows his teeth, but he already did that in the last page on issue 2, and that's the reason why he got shot. I mean, this girl was in shock, and then she shot her bow, and she hit Romie because he showed his teeth, and now you're doing that exactly the same thing. But I know Romie cannot speak, but it's I'm on the fence with this one. I really want to like this, but it's a little bit too slow burn for me because the only thing we see is a small flashback. Well, a flashback. We see the guys arguing again about that other guy, and then they go to that guy and taste him, and then we see the part with Romie and the girl. And that's it. That's it. There is no explanation who the vampire guy is. And it keeps you a little bit on your toe. It sprinkles here some seeds, but for me, it's not really enough, if you know what I mean. I want just more, more story about what's happening here instead of, because what's issue 4 going to be? It's issue 4 going to be, oh, okay, they drank, they talk about how they changed, and they are happy or angry or whatever, and then there's some interaction between her and Romie, and we maybe have some flashback, and that's issue 4. I hope not, but I want to see more, instead of, it's like I said, it's too slow for me. So I'm on the fence if it's good or not. Well, people like it, and I like it, so it's at that point I can say yes, it's worth it. No, let me rephrase that. It's interesting, it's fun. Well, fun is not the right word, but you know what I mean. It's a good book, but it's a little bit too slow for me. I don't know if I'm picking up issue 4. Let's see what happens, because don't forget you have to pay $4 for this comic, and if they are gonna recycling old dialogue, then I'm not gonna read the other ones. That's I rather put my money into another new comic. Yeah, that's all I got, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you liked the video, and see you next time. Bye bye.